They call him Seatin, the man of legends.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, what is up? It is Seatin here. Hello and welcome. So, in today's video, we're going to be having a look at some Datamined content from the upcoming Rift expansion, known simply at the moment as Rift 3.0. So, there have been no sort of official announcements on when this is coming or what the actual name of the expansion is. So, forum user known as ToFrank, I believe I've said that correctly, or really incorrectly, has a really good habit for data mining stuff. If it's out there, he's generally going to find it. Now this time, he has really gone to town on the 3.0 data mining, and he's brought up an absolute ton of different images. Now in this video, I'm going to only show sort of like 7 to 10 of my favorite ones, and we're going to do a bit of speculation on them, see what's happening, so fasten your seatbelts because there is some exciting shit in this video. So the first thing that's come up is this lovely map of a place called Romehe. I believe I've said that correctly, I probably haven't. My pronunciation really does suck, ladies and gentlemen. Romehe in German apparently means Dream City, or so I've been told by Jonas's lovely article on Riftgrate. Now, it's unclear whether or not Romehe is going to be our new capital city, or whether or not it's going to be some sort of area for combat. Now, there also appeared a few achievements on the PDS which appear to link this area with combat, so at the moment it is very unclear whether or not this is going to be our new capital city, or whether it's going to be a place for combat. Either way, it does look really exciting. It's got kind of like a waterway around the outskirts of it, and the sort of inside of the city does seem very complex. There appear to be a lot of walls, and it almost seems maze-like in its appearance from above on the minimap, so I'm very excited for this regardless. Now, the next map location that we've kind of got up in front of us now is an area called Gyal Fortress. Now, it's unknown what this fortress actually is and does, but it appears to be, it looks very death-themed from above, and it looks like it's going to be in an area called Gobara Reef, which I believe is going to be the starting zone, so like the first area that you enter in the 3.0 expansion, so similar to like Cape Jewel or Kingdom of Paladin at the moment. But it looks like this would be a very awesome place to have maybe the pinnacle of a quest, or possibly a dungeon. I believe there's probably going to be a dungeon in it, though. It seems like the perfect area for a dungeon to be in. Now, if you look on the map towards sort of the north of the fortress, you'll see kind of like a snowy bit of land, and apparently this is where the zone transitions into an area called Tarkin Galatia. Now, you'll see in Tarkin Galatia, there appear to be sort of a kind of small village there, with kind of a dock system, and a couple of boats parked outside, so that looks quite interesting. And on to the left, there's kind of a foresty crystallized area, and it's all pretty blurry and snowy, much like a glacier would be. So there's not too much we can pick up here. It just seems to be kind of like a small town with a dock to a fishing area. Obviously, it's quite hard to tell. Apparently, the Plane of Water expansion is going to be featured on multiple levels. So you're going to have underwater, and then you're going to have like above ground. So there's a lot of mixture going on between being submerged underwater and not being submerged underwater. Now, as we move towards sort of the northern parts of this zone, it appears there's something very interesting on the mini-map. If you sort of look in front of you, you'll see this kind of, it appears to be some sort of frozen monster in what kind of vaguely resembles a lake. So this is quite interesting. This information alone is pretty odd and hard to decipher, but it becomes a lot more interesting when you factor in this model. So this model appears to be the monster shown in the aforementioned photo, and judging by the fact it's on the mini-map, you can assume it's a fairly stationary thing, as in it's not going to come to life and beat your ass up. Now, between its two heads, it has some sort of entrance, so presumably you enter this monster. I don't know if it's going to be for some sort of awesome dungeon, or maybe a quest line, but either way, it's pretty fucking cool that you're going inside of this beast. That looks like something that could be very interesting, and I look forward to seeing what becomes of that when 3.0 hits beta or alpha and I can actually get my hands on these zones. Now the next bundle of goodies I have for you, fine ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, isn't too exciting or groundbreaking. It was just kind of like a set of models named Horrors. And they're pretty gruesome. It's just like all sorts of body parts. Like you got some eyes, you've got some fingers with the ends cut off, and just a really large variety of weird body parts there. So I don't know if they're going to appear and attack us, but I thought, you know, it's something I could include in this video because it seems pretty damn interesting. So on the next slide, you'll see some pregnant statue models, which are pretty creepy considering their legs. Essentially, when they're live, I presume their legs will be a bit more fleshed out and possibly be tentacles, but these models are going to be located around the Dream City, which is Romehe or Heim, as I mentioned earlier. So the first one, according to sort of their label, they look pretty interesting and odd. So I'm curious what's actually going to be in this city. Is it going to be some sort of breeding squid ladies or mermaids, or are these just some sort of goddess that they worship? Either way, it is a pretty damn odd model, because if you look through any of the rift zones, we don't really see any humanoid children at all. Even in any capital cities that you'll go to, there are no children. All ascended are kind of adult figures. There's no sort of issue of childbirth because everybody's just ascended. So we don't often get faced with like reproduction and children in Rift, which is kind of odd when you think about it. I mean, there are a few bug models such as the last boss in Foul Cascade and Matriarch of Pestilence that kind of have babies and do all that stuff. Well, they do that mid-combat, so kudos to them. But it's weird because there just don't appear to be any humanoid babies unless I've been missing anything out. So a pregnant model is quite a new thing to Rift. Now the final two slides that we have are basically just skin patches. Now what Try intend to do is like before a mount's about to be released into the game, they'll just add all the skin, and we as kind of data miners and people who look at this info, we need to put these skins together to try and make some sort of animal. So the skin that you're seeing before yourself appears to be that of a hippo mount or some sort of odd, maybe unique dinosaur mount, but at the moment it kind of seems to have the part of a really badass hippo if you piece them all together. Obviously it's missing a few texture models, but it appears we might be getting a hippo mount soon, so that's pretty fucking awesome. Now the second one of these skins appears to be a tad more obvious. This one looks like it's for a wolf mount, and I think we can pretty definitively say that this mount is going to be a wolf. To most people this is just going to look like a kind of blob of textures, but to me it looks like a wolf, and I think Jonas and quite a few of the other people can agree. Wolf mounts are incoming shortly. So wolf and hippo mounts, possibly before the expansion, but if not, it's very, very likely they will be in the expansion for something, which is very awesome. So ladies and gentlemen, that concludes it for all the stuff that I thought was pretty damn interesting. There is quite a lot of other stuff that I've left out, in all honesty, just very small bits and bobs that I didn't think were worthy of the video. So all this information and more is being collaborated on a site known as Riftgrate, which is run by Jonas, who is an exceptional member of the community, not to mention a really, really awesome guy. So head over to Riftgrate if you want to check this out, and make sure you visit it pretty much on a couple of times a week, because there is always new 3.0 information being leaked. Him and Frank are just absolutely scanning the PTS on a daily basis for anything new they can get their hands on. So I just thought I'd bring you some of the coolest stuff we've found so far. I mean, it isn't that super great, but it's just an idea to maybe get you excited, get the enthusiasm rolling for Rift 3.0, because I think it's going to be really, really good. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch. Actually, I'll have that in the description of this video. I've been live streaming quite a few times this week and it's gone exceptionally well. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for watching the video and have a wonderful day.